Hi guys, so let's start the video based on the feedback and the comments that I've received on my past video on Instagram and YouTube. I would be sharing today some of the open positions that you have for a SAP consultant in Germany. Today is 5th of December 2021, calendar week 48. As of today, all of the positions that I'm sharing are open. You can directly apply it on the website that I'll be providing in the description box on the job portal. You'll also find a detailed description of the job and also the roles and responsibility in my presentation today, as well as on the company website as well. All of these three positions are based out of Germany, mainly located in Berlin, Munich, and Frankfurt, one of the biggest cities in Germany. And also it comes with an annual package that is greater than 50 lakh rupees if you convert in Indian rupees. Of course, it depends on the experience that you possess in this field, and also the negotiations that you do afterwards with the HR during your final round after you clear the 3 rounds, the technical rounds before. So again, it depends, but it comes with minimum 50 lakh INR annual package. On top, you'll also have some allowance and perks, depends on the company which you are applying. You can also find that on the company website. So without wasting time, let's go to the 3 positions that I have for you today. The first position that I have is in one of my favorite companies that called Zalando. It's one of the leading online platform providers for fashion, and it's already present in across 17 markets within Europe. I personally use this app for ordering my winter jackets, for example, and also my shoes. So this is a pretty cool app. You get a lot of hefty discount in months of Christmas and Cyber Monday and Black Friday specifically, and I have ordered some of the products that I use from Zalando. So it has very good presence in Europe and already has received a good funding from the IPO round that has just taken place before in years. You might know the current conditions of the DAX market. If you are aware, Zalando is a part of now DAX 50. For example, in India, we have Nifty 50, for example, in NASDAQ for US, and you have S&P 500 also for the US. For stock markets, for Germany, it's called as DAX. And for DAX market now in top 50 companies, Zalando is a part of that. So company-wise, the portfolio is really strong. What they're looking for right now is an SAP MM and a CAR consultant. This is a particular position for that particular MM and CAR module. If you are aware about that modules, it requires minimum of 3 years of work experience. And they would prefer if you can actually give your experience about at least 2 implementation projects that you have done before, maybe back in India or somewhere else, wherever you are present. So make sure that you include that experience and the implementation projects that you have done for your clients in your cover letter, and also mention them in your CV. Now, the good part about this position is that you can share your CV in English. So that's a very good part. And one more benefit that you also possess that I'll come towards the last of the presentation. But before that, let's discuss the requirement back again. They would also need a strong background in finance and accounting. I think that's a yellow flag from my side due to the fact that the financing and account systems in Germany, it's a little bit different from as compared to India or any other countries from where you are applying. So you must make sure that you already know some of the terminologies from the financing and accounting perspective when you're applying for this position, because this might come up during your interview as well. Right, and the last part is, of course, it's a very broad requirement of having ability to work creatively and analytically in problem-solving environments. So I think that's fine. But most important is 2 projects that you have done before, 3 years of work experience if you can show, and the certification in SAP MM and SAP CAR modules would be really helpful. What does the role actually comes with? So the first thing is to manage processes and functional design activity, assist in defining requirements and design applications to business process and application requirement, and creation of functional requirement as an input to an application design. So for developing and testing detailed functional design. So I think it's pretty basic role that they have asked for. But again, I would like to highlight the fact that this is all with respect to the financing and accounting process. So make sure to know some of the basic terminologies with respect to the German system of how this works from a financing and accounting perspective. I'm sure you should have a strong background in HANA, S4, and SAP MMN and CAR modules. That shouldn't be a problem, but financing and accounting process might be a problem while you're applying for this position. One thing that I would like to highlight here, and it's a very good thing for all the international viewers, that they provide relocation assistance for international people from India or from other countries as well. If you have a family, if you have a child, they provide the sponsorship and the visa for all of the family members present in the family. So this is a very beneficial thing for most of the international people who are watching this video. It is actually mentioned explicitly on their website as well. And I have also seen most of our Indian people working in Zalando. I have a few of my friends working there who are Indian as well. So you'll also find that comfort level and flexibility within the company. The working language again is English, so you should be fluent in English and shouldn't find a problem because it's not German. Of course, they would provide you with extra lectures or classes to learn German if you are willing to learn, and they often do provide after working hours within the company itself. The surprise that I have for you is Zalando is actually offering 2 positions within the SAP team, and that's very good because of the benefit that you can apply in English. The working language is English, and they also provide with relocation assistance. That means that they will sponsor you, and also from a visa perspective, they will support you while you land in Germany and you convert it onto a blue card. So that's very beneficial for you. The second position within their SAP team is a FI consultant. The company description remains the same, but this is more focused on the SAP FI and CO modules, if you are aware of, and what they are looking for is more an end-to-end business process understanding and alignment with the system integration and automation. This looks like a senior position because it comes, one of the requirements that it has is you should possess several years of professional experience into SAP FI and CO modules. So if you have at least 5 years, I would say, of experience, this would be a really good position for you. You should also have deep knowledge of legal taxation requirement because most of the tax authorities in European Union are their clients, for example. And most of the countries that they support in tax solutions are, for example, Spain, that they have already mentioned. So you should, again, know some of the terminologies that are related in day-to-day life when it comes to taxation in Germany, for example, or legal taxations used in European Union. So I think that is also a yellow flag from my side because you have to know this before, even if you have your first technical round. This might come up within the first round. I'm expecting that Zalando would be having at least 4 technical rounds when you apply for this job position. So this might come up after the HR round in the first or second technical round, which you have with the team lead generally, right? So please make sure that you possess some of that terminologies for the taxation and the legal stuff as well. With respect to the roles, what do you have to do? This is more like you will be the first contact for the stakeholders in the taxation department. So you will be leading from the front. That also means that you should have a basic understanding or language proficiency from a German as well, although it doesn't say so. The speaking language is English, but might be that some of the customer, as your customer facing, speaks German as well. So make sure you also, once you're selected, at least complete A1 level of German language after that. You would be designing independently and implementing necessary technical solution and also customizing it based on the customer needs. The third one being that you provide end-to-end user trainings and more support and practice for the team as well as for the client. So you would be more, as I mentioned, first point of contact when it comes to SAP FI consultant and you will be directly dealing with the client as well as also handling and giving best practices and learnings to the internal team as well. So that's why it requires several years of professional experience as well. But overall, it's in Berlin. The headquarters of Zalando, of course, is in Berlin, near to my home. So city-wise as well and living-wise, it's perfect place to be in. So even if you're moving, for example, from India or other countries, you would really like the place. It's more international. You will see a lot of nationality and people here out. You can hang around after works, and it's really a good work culture to say. So both the first positions in SAP are in Zalando. The third position that I have for you is in Google. And this is, I would say, a more senior position. And this is the position of head of SAP sales specialists. It's a mixture of a lot of things. I don't need to give an intro to Google. You might already be using that in your day-to-day life. But this is more going towards the Google Cloud EMEA sales team. EMEA includes Europe, for example, Middle East and Asia. So generally a company has 3 sales territories or regions. It's EMEA, APAC, and AMER. AMER is the US side of the business. EMEA is the Europe side of the business. And APAC is the Asian Pacific side of the business. Here it's more related to the EMEA side, so the Europe. It includes UK as well, and African continents as well. So you would be leading and be a part of the sales leadership team of EMEA. You would be responsible for building and growing the SAP on the Google Cloud business in North region. So again, I would recommend that you have some basic understanding of the cloud computing part and also the microservices present on Google Cloud, because this is more related to SAP and integrations with Google Cloud. Again, it says in the requirement that minimum requirement, you should have some understanding of software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So all going in direction of cloud computing. You should have some of the basic understanding. Some of my viewers have also asked, like, if I have done MBA, for example, or master's, what would be a job that I would be getting? So this is a very good example of if you have done MBA, for example. One of the requirements here is also a master's or an MBA degree, and you can directly be the head of the SAP sales. So that's one of the requirements for MBA guys who has completed MBAs and are looking for jobs. You would be, of course, experiencing and growing relationship with C-level management. So I would expect that your presentation skills and you should be fluent in English, and so that you can speak with C-level in order to also address the problems that they have. You should have, of course, SAP applications experience with S/4HANA, ERP, BW, and Google Cloud, for example. So that experience from SAP side is also beneficial. What you'll be doing in the role. So it's more like leading a team of sales specialists focused on driving the SAP on Google Cloud platform, as I mentioned. And it would be more implementing the sales strategy, but within the European team. And you would be, as leading the team, you should also build good relationship and also build best practices among your team members as well. So that's why it's a senior position where you would be heading this from the EMEA side and from the Google side. As of today, this position is again open. If you feel that you are the right candidate and the requirements and role matches with your expectation, please feel free to apply. Google provides equal employment opportunities for all of them. So you can apply irrespective of from any nationality. They do support visa process as well if you qualify in all the Google interviews and rounds that they are conducting. The position is based out of, again, Munich, Frankfurt, or Berlin. You can have your own choice on the location. All 3 cities are, from my perspective, really good from a living and working side. They are metropolitan cities, business hubs. So the location shouldn't be a problem from your side. Just go for it if you feel that the position is relevant and matches your expectation. So that are the 3 positions that I have from my side for calendar week 48. Let me know in the comment box, or maybe write me on Instagram or YouTube. If you are looking for any particular position in Germany, I can make my next video based on the positions that you might like. Feel free to subscribe if you like the video. Please press the like icon. Thank you again for watching.